we're back again with, we're going to call this an in-between-isode.
Well, it's not, though. It'll come out on the right day.
Well, it'll come out on the right day, but it's, we're hip-shotting it.
Yeah, this is just a fly by the seat of our pants type episode.
It's going to be called like the holy shit show, maybe. We got good stuff to talk about.
No, fuck, we're good at this shit.
Yeah, I got stuff and things to say.
We just had a person from Northern Ireland say we're really good at this shit.
Yeah, clearly he's a liar.
He clearly was worried that he talked too much shit on the review he left, that he had to cover his ass and be like, it's going to come off a little mean.
Oh, yeah, I left a review. It sounded worse than I meant it.
It was a little hurtful.
You'll get it, probably. I haven't seen it yet because it takes...
Yeah, it takes forever because I got to check on you assholes, like leaving bad words and shit.
I hate that, though. Like, hey, I left a review. Did you see it? Well, not for like 12
weeks.
We've
had that before. I'm like, fuck, I'll see it in like a month.
Exactly. Eventually, we'll get to it.
We do have some good ones on there,
we
though.
do. They're excellent.
I really like it.
Anyway, for the new people, I'm Paul. That's Kip.
I'm Kip.
Grappling Dads.
That's me. I'm a dad. Yeah, He's a dad.
Yep. Talk about
That's
jiu-jitsu
really
stuff.
not what the show's all about. It was supposed to be in the beginning. No, it's just an identifier for Paul and I.
Kind of, yeah. Well, it started out, I wanted to talk about, all things kind of like kid-related, but we ended up being like white belt / early blue belt related show for questions for new people. So I like to turn it to it.
But we have professors and shit that listen too.
Yep.
I think there's one professor in particular, I forget his name.
Anyways,
that listens to us almost to get a feeling for what his white belts are thinking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so.
Well, they're confused. They want to get better way faster than they should.
They want to win.
Yep, at all costs.
They're not gonna.
So. That reminds.
Do you want to do sponsors real quick? Sponsored here by Top Mount Apparel. Go check them out on topmountainapparel.com. We just got some really sweet gear. I posted some of it.
Gear. I almost got it all.
Yeah.
So I come home. Dude, here's what happened. So Kip shows up at the gym with his tacos and jiu-jitsu shirt.
And my freaking sweet custom hat.
And your sweet hat. So the last hat that you got was one of those flat brimmed ones, and I tried it, and it just looked ridiculous.
I like it.
I'm like, it looks good on you. It looks good on Ben.
It looked retarded on you. It was not good.
I look like an old man trying way too hard.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, I like it, but I just can't wear this kind of hat.
No, it's just not your hat, yeah.
So, but the old school 80s hat with the folded brim.
It's called a baseball cap. The old school baseball cap.
Yeah, I can rock. Well, I can't rock it.
Did you just say I can rock it? Oh, man.
Speaking of 80s.
Speaking of not young enough to pull that shit off.
I can wear it without looking as stupid.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yes.
So you come in with that, and it's got the blue belt top mount logo, and I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing. So I immediately
whined,
and he's like, well, I made that special for Kip. And so I'm like, well, does that mean I got to get a purple belt? Because that's not going to happen ever. He's like, well, it'll be waiting when you do. I'm like, God,
son of a bitch.
Damn it.
What happened to your tacos and jiu-jitsu t-shirt?
Oh, yeah. So you come in with the taco shirt, and I'm like, no, I got one, right? And you just look at me like, nah.
Bro.
I'm like, he's full of shit. So I went home, and I see this pile of shirts. And I rifled through it real quick, and I liked what I saw, except I didn't have the taco shirt. I'm like,
weird.
Son of a, he actually took it.
Actually didn't send it.
So I'm like, I pouted all the way upstairs, and kicking rocks and fussy. Then I take a shower, come back downstairs. And
pause real quick. In this interim, I get a text from his wife that says he didn't even fucking notice that I was wearing it.
No. As of yet, I didn't notice.
You walked past her.
No,
didn't notice.
It would have saved me some fussiness if I would have noticed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I walked upstairs fussy, took a shower fussy, walking downstairs still fussy. I'm like, hey, honey, how was your... Oh, my God, that's my shirt. She's like...
She stole your shirt.
You like it? I think it's really funny. Yeah.
It's my favorite shirt.
Can I have it back? No.
She just laid claim to that son of a bitch.
It's mine now. She goes, it's too big, but I can wear it as a nightgown.
She
whatever.
Stole it.
Jeez.
I may have told her to.
How dare you?
Whoops.
Yeah.
Actually, I told her just to put it on so you would think you didn't get it, and she took it a little farther.
Yeah, no, she just
fucking took it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, well.
My bads.
I got a beanie. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I kind of wanted that beanie after I saw it. I like my hat a lot. I like my hat a ton. I've worn it the last 2 days.
I do love my winter beanies. Now I got a cool
Dude, that's a sick winter beanie. I love that emblem.
Yeah.
Their logo is awesome. So everyone check it out. Yeah, I want the beanie.
Yeah.
I started whining. I'll get that in a year probably.
No, when you get your purple belt.
Oh, man, I'll see you in 5 years there.
Exactly, 6 probably, yeah. We'll get it together in 6 years.
Yeah,
Sounds
but
good.
definitely check them out. They're awesome. Yeah, just a great purpose all the way around. We'll be shooting out some more pictures of the stuff we got because we love it, and you guys will love it too. Check it out, GD10 at checkout. Get you a little discounties.
Yeah, it's for a good purpose, good people, good causes. Do it.
Do it now.
All right.
And then we got
Tap tape.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
It's really good stuff.
I like it.
I found some. Oh,
dude, I'm hoarding a lot.
I know
of
you
it.
have a lot of it, but I knew I had some, and I had it in my old gym bag. And by old gym bag is the one that my wife stole from me, and they gave me that pink one that I'm carrying.
Nice.
I carry a pink duffel bag in the gym.
I have a pink water bottle, so it's whatever.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a nice, beautiful, gray and blue Under Armour. Really enjoyed that bag. Fit all my shit in it really well.
And now you don't have it.
And held my tape, so I didn't have to move my tape around. Well, guess what? It was still in the bag. Oh, so exciting.
Cool. But yeah, save your fingers. I realize a lot of white belts listen to the show. They're like,
you
why?
just don't feel it.
They're like, I feel fine. You won't in a while. It depends on how much you use it. Like if you work a lot of spider guard, if you don't know what that is, ask your coach.
Yes.
You're going to get fucked up fingers.
Yeah.
If you do a lot of gripping, and a lot of white belts especially, they grip too hard.
Really too hard. Yep.
And then they don't let go when somebody's ripping their grip off.
Yeah, just let it go.
Let it go.
And re-grip.
Yeah.
Because if they real quick tip.
Quick tip.
If they're having to pull that hard to get your hand off, guess what? They're not defending. You coming right back.
Yeah.
So if they throw your hand off that hard, they're using probably both hands to do so. Just grab their collar again, or wrist, either one.
Yeah.
Just quick tip. It works great.
Just don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, and so here's my thing with taping. I was trying to think of how I could help out because I don't wear a ton of tape. I just tape up the fingers that start to hurt.
Gotcha.
Like just sore. Like, oh, my middle finger's starting to get sore. My ring finger's starting to get sore. So I will move, and I guarantee I'll be poly within like 6 months because I'm like 3-4 fingers in right now of taping. So, and my toes, I have to tape up both my large toes. The death grip holds onto your toes really well.
Nice.
So I've been wearing holes in the top of my toes, getting mat burns. It fucking sucks. So I started taping. Much better.
Another pro tip: if you're the kind of guy that wants to interrupt your coach like mid-roll and be like, "Well, I would do this," or just being a douche, use the tape to just put that mouth closed.
Yeah, like
it'll hold on good.
Yeah, just make it like
around
your head, over your ears.
Yep.
It's just something to cut off the circulation so you stop thinking about stupid shit like that.
And if you have that guy, you can just do it for him.
Oh yeah, just walk up to him and be like, "I have something for you."
Yeah, hold on.
Death grip all around the face and head.
Yep,
perfect.
Yep. You can leave the nose holes or not, depending on how egregious.
How much
he is.
of that guy he is. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Totally a thing.
Cool. Moving on.
Get the tape on Amazon. Check it out on our website.
Leave reviews. Don't forget reviews.
Yeah, definitely reviews helps out the right product dating to the right people.
Exactly. Blackline Jiu Jitsu.
Yes.
You need it in your
Grand
life.
Rapids, Michigan.
Matter of fact, we're going to kind of get into why you need Jiu Jitsu and why you should talk more people into doing Jiu Jitsu in this episode.
Yeah, a little bit today.
So if you are in the greater Grand Rapids area,
or not, just travel in.
Yeah, just if you're.
Al's going to travel in. He's coming from like Illinois somewhere.
Excellent.
So
he's going to make us look bad.
Yeah,
perfect. Ooh, we should videotape it.
Oh, we should videotape.
Posterity.
I have enlisted one of my daughters that will actually does what I ask. Bree.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, my extra ginger daughter. She is going to start taking my phone every class and videotaping Paul and taking pictures of Paul and I. Because my other daughters...
Why me?
Because you're on the show,
you're there
dumbass.
Too, bro.
And, so we just need more pictures. I think you guys want to actually see us rolling and doing things incorrectly. So go ahead and critique. Super fun. But, we should have more pictures you guys can check out. So definitely follow us on Instagram, the Facebookies and Twitters things.
Yeah. Yeah. The social, some of them.
Oh, yeah, and then our sponsors, you'll see us, is at, that's our gym.
Yeah, Blacklight. Look it up.
Look it up. Check them out.
Google it.
Awesome. Kids classes.
Join your kids.
Freaking enormous. We'll talk about that today, why your kids need to be in that a little bit more, and possibly some ways to get them interested in it.
Yep.
Lastly is, How would you describe him?
A very tiny part of the show.
I mean,
like every now and then.
minute.
Yeah, he has a couple of ideas that he throws out there.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Not today, though.
Not today. Today it's our show.
Yeah, it's our show.
Yeah.
Well, it's always our show.
Well,
he may think he owns this show. He does not.
He owns a bit of it.
He
like
owns
the tiniest, there's
like it's so insignificant. So insignificant. They don't even make a measurement for it. But he is cool. Croyler Gracie, he's amazing. He's not one of the people that's going to boast about himself, so we do it for him.
Yeah. Well, roundabout.
We get there.
We get there eventually.
We get there.
Yeah, after we kick him in the nuts a couple times and throw him under the bus, back it over.
And if you knew him well enough, you would understand why we do this.
Yep.
Because when you guys get to meet this man, he will be Croyler Gracie, existential, intelligent Gracie person.
Yeah.
And you will be so impressed with the knowledge that he drops on you that he could take a shit on your mats with you and you'd be like, that's a beautiful.
Awesome.
Was that fucking artwork?
Yeah. Can you show me how to do that?
That was fucking amazing. How did you do that? He'll do it without taking his gi off. It's weird. And but no,
too far.
Yeah,
definitely
too far.
Definitely too far.
Awesome. Loved it. And no, he's an amazing coach. He's done a great job getting our coach, Chad Pomeroy, to really extend what he does. It's amazing. Come into our gym, you'll feel it. Go into his gym, get a private from him. If somebody doesn't get a seminar from the show, from him.
We have a seminar coming up September 29, 9 a.m., I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, Black Line.
Yeah, so if I think everybody can come to that.
Yeah, seminar, anybody.
There's a select number of spots, though, so we'll be reposting the availability for tickets for that closer to the event.
Yeah, his seminars are phenomenal.
I can't, like...
And we've done one private lesson together. I've done one on my own, and they're fantastic. Game changer, for sure.
He has the uncanny ability to coach to exactly what you need.
Yep.
So you can either, if you tell him, he's going to follow that to a T. If not, and he knows you well enough, he's going to really drill in something that you need to work on. Amazing. I wish I could say mean things at this point, but I can't.
That's why we start out with them.
Yeah. And we start out nice, and then so I called him an asshole mid-roll.
That worked out
Probably
well.
wasn't the best idea.
Worked out well for you, yeah.
Yeah. I think my spleen disappeared. Whatever.
Yeah, got
you don't
crushed.
need that damn thing.
Nah.
So, but check him out, Croyler Gracie. Just fucking Google that son of a bitch, and you'll find him.
Yeah. So we have an email from Texas.
You want to do that one first?
Let's get into that.
Are you going to trust me to read it?
Yeah, it was a good question. Well, you found it first, so.
Well, it's not really fair because the submission form from the website comes to my phone. So my phone's full of them.
You should really.
I forward them to you. If it's not something that we're going to answer on the show, or I forward them to you.
Gotcha.
So I let you answer. Most of the time, answering emails is Polly. He's been in the game more than me. Longer? Yeah, fuck that all up.
Better, longer, more. Yeah.
Yeah, I suck.
Better in every way.
But
you are blue belt.
How's your
now.
triangle?
We're the same.
How's your triangle, bitch?
I might like
What's
to
up?
move that way.
I was talking to Ben about that. He's like, what if he cuts the angle? Nope. Because if he pulls down on it, he can get in the position. His knee will just explode like confetti.
My meniscus goes, we're going to go backwards now. It's fun.
I told him to listen to your knee sometimes. He goes, huh? I'm like, yeah, I happened to be down by his knee when we were rolling, and it crumpled. He's like, crumpled? I'm like, yeah, like wet paper?
Yeah.
It sounded disgusting.
If you take a paper lunch bag and crunch it and rip it at the same time, that's what my knee just
sounds so
like.
bad. It was so weird.
You should hear it going upstairs or downstairs.
I've heard of that too.
Oh, yeah.
It's disgusting,
wonderful.
Guys.
Read the email.
Disgusting. But anyways, we have an email. And I still do, but anyways. Did you notice that? My wife picked on me again about it.
We have our thing.
You want to know what to say? Fuck you.
Yeah, I can't help
it. It's my shit. So we got an email from Texas. We're going to keep some anonymity because he didn't give me his name. So, as a noob in BJJ, I try to listen to all the advice because I admittedly know nothing. I like him already.
Yeah.
I like this guy. However, sometimes when doing drills, another person will give a small, in quotes, tips and tricks that seem to counter what the instructor just showed us. How do I handle something like this with a classmate is giving you advice that you feel is wrong. This question is fucking loaded and really good.
So there's it could be many things, right? So if you're getting advice from a white belt, say, the white belt may think he has a fundamental understanding of what he should be doing, and he just doesn't. And he's trying to help, but he's just wrong.
Yeah.
And that could be a thing.
I think that's a lot of what it is, but there's, oh gosh.
Right. It could be, let's say I learned how to do a move back in my Hybrid Jiu Jitsu days, and now they teach it a little bit different with some
which is
nuance.
A lot of stuff that you run into, because Paulie came, your first 7 years, 8 years?
8, yeah.
Yes, 8 years was not in our system.
Right.
Totally different system, different base of moves.
Yeah, I just do things different. Not everything, but there's a few things I'm like, sure. I just do that differently. I will tell people, if they're asking me, here's how I do it, works for me, but pay attention to your coach, ask them.
Always, you always have to add that caveat.
Yeah.
You can't, you can't just be like, this is what I do. He's not here and he's busy over there, so I'm going to show you this. It's fucking wrong, but at least it's the way I do it.
Yeah, so it's one of those things that it could be bullshit and wrong and counterintuitive. It could be a different way to do the same thing that might work for somebody else that came up with a different system, or even the same one, but there's multiple ways.
Or your body works better that way.
Yeah.
Ben was really good at showing me things because he has a very similar body type as I do. So
it doesn't mean it's bullshit. It doesn't mean it's wrong, although it might. So you're just asking.
Evidently, he's saying it's wrong.
Okay, so let's go with it's wrong.
Yes, it's wrong.
And somebody told you wrong. The best way to handle it in the moment is just to thank them and
continue to do it the way the instructor showed you.
Right. I mean,
what if he keeps saying something like, "Oh no, this way."
Boy, that's a sticky one.
This is a really tough question.
Because you're the new guy, and you're rolling with a guy that maybe
should know more.
Let's say he's got like 1 or 2 stripes on his white belt. He thinks he knows. He's screwing it up. And you're working with him, and the instructor's not available. I don't know, dude. Just be polite. Do what the guy says. Hopefully the instructor will catch you and then correct you.
Yeah.
That way you both get corrected.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to be a douchebag.
That would be a good one. I mean, it's still kind of flowing in that guy's face. Like, you could call the coach over. Be like, hey, can you show me this one more time?
I didn't say call the coach over.
I'm saying that's an option, asshat.
Oh, I got you.
Listen to the sentence.
Don't mumble.
You talking to yourself?
Yes.
Okay, fine. No throwing dice in the studio. I see you have moved that over to your side of the table.
I wanted ammo in case you threw
just
one.
In case, because I have mine.
Right.
We have foam dice that we got, and they're a weapon.
Yeah, we tend to occasionally piss each other off. So,
and we like to keep it quiet.
Right.
So you just whip these at each other. Works out great for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once we're on video, it'd be better.
I don't know. What do you think about that, though? You call the coach over? Don't call the coach over?
Calling the coach over, I think, is the best, because then you get the clarification that you need. And it's tough when you're just starting to lose out on those reps and doing them wrong, honestly. That sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks because somebody wants to fucking be like, no, this is the way I do it. Well, or not even that. They're like, no, here's a trick. Fuck a trick. I want to know the proper way to do it. I'll figure a trick out when that trick works for me. Because that's also the way that, like, my arm bars from the bottom are way different than most people throw in our school. Why? Because it works for the way I roll. If you would have told me the way I do it now when I started, I've been like, what? Because it's not how Chad showed me.
Right.
And once I worked with Ben was the one that was like, and Jesse both were like, no, yeah, you can definitely do this. And then you and I working on it together, it kind of morphed into what it is now.
Yeah.
Now, if you gave me those tips and tricks when I first started, even the first 6-8 months, I would have been like, that's not what Chad showed me at all. And
you want to make sure your fundamentals are pretty solid.
Yeah, and that's if you're in a beginner class, that's what you're learning.
Yep. Most people aren't broken like you and I.
Yeah.
So you can learn.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fucking healthy.
You can learn the fundamentals how they're supposed to be learned.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Both of us have admittedly have to miss out on certain moves that just I can't do.
So if you get like, I don't even want to call him a douchebag because he's probably well-meaning.
Yeah.
So
If you
get a well-meaning guy that's giving you poor information, be polite. Do what you think you got to do at the moment. You're gonna get like 10 reps in on that thing. You probably won't be his partner next time. It'll all work out. Like you're not gonna get 10 reps and ruin your entire game because you did it wrong.
And then that's not what I was saying, but it also sucks missing out on those type of reps when you first start.
Agreed.
Because you don't get very many of them.
Yep.
You move through the basics quite quickly.
Yeah.
We've talked about that being an issue in schools before. Is the basics get ignored quite often.
You know what's weird?
How many questions do we get about basics?
Not many.
From listeners,
from
don't.
Listeners, yeah.
Your listening skills are on fire today.
Yes. Hey. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing.
Hey, I had a rough day.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Long day at work. Long week. These 4 days.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do. We get emails all the time that are questions that are basic. Like this. This is fucking basic. Like, how do you deal with somebody that's doing this? I was told, but I've heard, I wasn't told because I try not to coach as much as I can, except for breathing and keeping your pace. That's mostly what I show. And I've heard people say, well, can I just do it like he showed us? How do you show us? Right there. And just be like, no, thank you so much, but I'm having a tough enough time learning the way he's showing me. Can I do it that way? So if he sees me, he can show me what I'm doing wrong.
No, that makes sense.
Because if I do it your way, he's not going to know what I'm doing. It may be bullshit. Who cares? It gets him to. I'm sure that person knows how to do it correctly. It's just, or not even correctly. Correctly is the wrong word because he does it might be showing you the way that works best for him.
Right.
So that's not really correctly is the wrong word, but the way that was shown.
Yep.
So
if he's like, I seen it on YouTube and it works better this way. Maybe tell him to go fuck himself.
Then fish hook him. Fucking fish hook the fuck out of him. I know it's a drill. I don't give a shit.
Poke him in the eye. Yeah.
While you're fish hooking.
Yeah.
Just one in the cheek and one in the eye.
Or just pull his tongue right out of his mouth.
Either, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan
Peruvian
of that.
necktie that son of a bitch. It's fine.
Yeah, joking, but when he taps, don't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be doing it correctly, so it'll probably just be really uncomfortable. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's it kind of goes back to try to gravitate towards upper belts when you're learning moves. Like white belts shouldn't be drilling with white belts anyhow. You should try to get a blue belt. So
4-stripe. I'll give you 4-stripe white belts.
Yeah,
that I'm fine with, honestly, because like you could put Caleb with anybody, you could put my wife with anybody, in those basic moves. I know they'll be able to show exactly what Chad was intending to be taught. So,
but yeah, just try to get upper belts.
If you can find a colored belt, because Chad will stand up. A lot of times, Chad will stand up in our school and go, "You're with him. You're with him. You're with him." Or and it's usually white to blue, white to purple, white to blue kind of thing.
Yep.
Or he'll just stand up and go, "All you stupid stupid blue belts, go find a white belt." Okay.
Well, you need that too, because when you're in school for a while, you got a couple years in there, you get your buddies, and you want to roll with and drill with your buddies.
Yeah.
So you don't think about the poor white belt that's got to roll with the other poor white
and
belt. And
doesn't know anyone. Now.
Exactly. So it sucks. I mean, shit, I do that, and I'm pro adopt a white belt. Like,
and you're pro playing around with my wife on the mats.
Yeah.
But she does grab you.
This is true.
So she doesn't want.
Well, now that she's a 4-stripe,
rolling with me.
Maybe she's she just became a 4-stripe white belt. So
I'm gonna talk about that later.
Later? Not right now.
Later.
Like next show later or later?
No, later.
Oh, check. Wow, don't want to steal your thunder.
Yeah, don't asshat. My wife, douche.
Yeah. So be polite, or tell him to go screw himself. Whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. Next time, grab a belt.
I think that's really what it comes down to there, Mr. Texas. Is by the way, include your damn name in the emails. There's a section that says name on the submission forms. People are ignoring it. Yeah. It upsets me.
Name Texas.
Shack. That's what you get.
It's always fun with like Northern Ireland.
Yeah, super fun. Australia.
Sudan. Like, whoa.
Oh,
cool.
Whoa. You're smarter than me. You know English.
Nice.
And you write it and you type it better than I do. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, when they write better than me, I'm like, wow, that's legit.
Yeah, honestly, we answer a lot of emails, questions on here, almost because we won't type the answers correctly.
Well, sometimes they're nuanced, right? We got to like work through it.
Yes.
It's
like this one.
It's fun to work through it on the show.
Yeah, but with this one, I think it mostly comes down to who you choose to do drills with.
Yep.
Gravitate towards people that have been there a while and that you click with. If you don't know who you click with just yet, or it's a really big school, really gravitate towards blue belts and above.
Yep.
They've been through all those drills.
Some not every blue belt or colored belt is.
You may find one that's
a
douchebag. Well, there you go. His name's Kip, and he sucks at coaching.
Yeah, don't grab him.
Don't grab that guy. But yeah, for the most part, that's going to be your best bet, and then you can move around from there. And don't be shy about grabbing a purple belt, a blue belt, a colored belt that's sitting there by his buddy. Just go up there and ask him. Even like if I'm sitting with Paul, me and Paul love to do drills together, but we don't ever anymore. But if somebody came up and was like, "Would you mind doing drills with me?" White belt all day. All day I'm going to do it. And so would Paul, and so would most people. We love that. This community loves helping everybody out, and that's why it's such a great community.
Sometimes they love helping out too much.
Like then they get to the point where they're coaching wrong.
So,
or they're coaching.
A lot of beginners, like they got 6 months in, they watch a lot of YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And wow, that makes a lot of sense. So then they want to show somebody the YouTube move that they just saw at class that they've never practiced, they've never hit in a live roll, but they want to show somebody what they learned off YouTube, and that for sure happens. So politely go, hey, thanks, but you don't have to think it's a good move. If you think it is, ask somebody else. Get clarification.
Yeah.
Generally,
you're going to be being taught the freaking basics.
Yeah, everybody wants to help out. Some people will do it to your detriment.
Yeah, and I think those are the people he was mostly talking about.
Yeah, agreed.
So hopefully that answers your question. If not, right back.
Yeah, I think it over.
You got right. Like I wasn't even going to read that one on the show until I read it to my wife before the show. Flipped out. She goes, "That's an awesome question. People do it to me all the time." I'm like, nice. And I think hers was more from the other side. They're asking her, and she's like, "I just don't want to coach anyone," because she has less confidence than I have in her. She's ridiculous. And she tries to keep to what she knows, and what she knows is way bigger than she thinks, but whatever.
That's a good point, too. If people ask you questions that you don't know, it's okay to say, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely okay. I've said that before. What's this and this? I'm like, I don't know.
I've said I'm just a blue belt a lot.
Yeah.
If people look up to blue belts, it's still a beginner belt. It is. It's not even intermediate yet.
Yes, but we also do recognize the difference between when you start and a blue belt. We're going to talk about that a little bit too.
Gotcha.
Aren't we?
Sure.
I thought you said you wanted to.
Whatever you want to do, bro.
Well, what's your next shit?
It's your show. I was going to talk about...
I am the star.
I was going to talk about the lady cop. They got the shit kicked out of her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I want to roll that into kids and putting them into jiu-jitsu.
Oh, I thought you just said we're going to say beating them.
Oh, yeah. I was going to realize,
It's really weird.
Ooh, yeah.
I want to roll the cop getting beat up to the kids getting beat up.
I want to roll into that cop that just got the shit kicked out of her to beating your children. No, that's not exactly what I was getting.
I took it the wrong way.
Well, so here's the thing. So I got a guy at work, and he has a daughter who just became a police officer.
Awesome.
And I think that's fantastic. And I said, hey, you're in town. She should join jiu-jitsu to help out with being on the police force.
Yeah,
and
sure.
And he poo-pooed the idea because, she takes training for,
She gets trained.
Yeah, she gets trained. Yeah,
she gets trained.
She's got to go through so many hours a month or whatever, but it's very, very minimal. And from what I've heard, and I'm sure it varies between
department to department or wherever. Yep.
But I've heard it's not always the best training, and because it's minimal, you don't have enough time to really learn the skill that you're learning.
Yes.
Become the skill. You know what I mean? And
it's another thing I was thinking about when we were talking about it before the show too. Is it's another thing when it's more live action. It's you can train so much.
Yeah.
So much of the movements.
Mm-hmm.
it's totally different when somebody's punching in the face or coming at you with some aggression, like a lot of aggression.
Yeah, because there's a couple different ways to train in jiu-jitsu and martial arts and self-defense. And one of them is it's the old one step, right? Like you slowly throw a punch and I'm going to do a move to you while you let me do the move. And that's the way to train. That's how you learn the basic fundamental skills and the muscle memory to do it.
Yes.
It's different when we're like, we're going to fight now. You know, put on the gloves and put in the mouthpiece, and you know, we're
totally
gonna go. Yeah, it's not going to work the same. So you need both. You need to learn the body movement, and then you need to learn how to do it.
Progress into
right. Then you need to learn how to do it on a person that's fighting back.
Exactly.
So I had a really hard time getting that across to him. So, like literally a week.
Here's a plan. I don't know him. I'm going to fucking attack him.
You should.
And I may go to jail. I think it's worth it. I'm just going to attack him.
You know,
see what he does.
It's funny because allegedly, somebody named Paul might have knocked out his brother at work.
Oh, it's his brother.
Yeah.
I can do it to him. It'll be a circle.
Yeah. You know,
a circle of choking.
And it's weird, too, because supposedly maybe his brother got knocked out in exactly 1 second. And he was done. We had a guy from the Secret Service come in to teach us about active shooter training.
Yes.
And he
I remember the story. This is a good story.
So he made the comment of, fight that guy. I'm like, I would, and I would win. And he laughed because he thought I was stupid. I'm like, I don't think you understand. Like, this guy doesn't practice the way I practice. Like, I do it 2-3 days a week. I've been doing it for 10 years, and it's my thing. This guy has taken some training, I'm sure, and I'm sure he can outshoot me. But if we just roll, I'm going to beat him. Unless he's like a purple belt or above in jiu-jitsu, he doesn't stand a chance. He just thought that was the dumbest shit in the world that I could say. And he did the condescending, yeah, okay, yep, you're right, whatever. Like, you motherfucker.
I bet you could talk to that agent, and if he understood your background, he would understand it would be more of a fight than he would admit it would be a pretty damn good fight at least.
Well, if he's smart, he would. If he knows what jiu-jitsu is, he'd go, I'd get destroyed.
And I'm sure he does.
Yeah, but people don't know what jiu-jitsu is that don't do it.
Which is funny because a lot of training bases on what we do.
Yeah, bases.
A lot of it is based in what we do.
Well, even
if they don't know,
dude, we have a lot of ex-military. Guess what they get trained in? Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Yep.
Guess what happens when they come into an academy? That's what we do. They get destroyed like they don't know shit.
Yeah.
It's just a different thing.
When it's all you do.
Yeah.
It's all I do.
Yeah. When this is your hobby, this is what you live and breathe and think about all the time. Mm-hmm. It's different than I took a handful of classes at ROTC or in the Marines. I'm not saying that you're not a badass at all.
And you could probably kill me. Yes, I understand.
Well, for the layman, right? Yes. So you could take a layman in, fuck his world up, but you're not taking a guy that's been doing it for 5 years. And you're not doing anything to him. If that's your whole training with martial arts or jiu-jitsu at least.
And you've had combat jiu-jitsu.
Right.
So you're used to getting somewhat struck during it.
Exactly.
Because that's a big part of it.
It is a big part.
Because a lot of those guys, if you did have a general knowledge of jiu-jitsu, which they have, and you're really good at striking and using that jiu-jitsu to strike, I use Jamal as a really good example of that. He literally uses his jiu-jitsu to beat the fuck out of you. Not jiu-jitsu-wise, punching you in the face.
Yep. Well, that's
but that's a different beast.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point with I think it was Henry Gracie that said that if you don't utilize strikes in your jiu-jitsu training, you don't do Gracie jiu-jitsu because that's part of it. It's self-defense. Yeah. So some schools do, some schools don't. I'm not saying right or wrong. All I'm saying is that grappling is a really big deal when it comes to if you know how to do it or if you don't.
Yes.
So
totally agree.
Yeah. So if you're a police officer and you're literally running toward danger for your job, you should really have a good understanding of jiu-jitsu. And this lady is a perfect case study of why that's a thing.
Yeah, she brings it up in the article.
Yeah, she does. So she does Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and she does...
You're going to synopsize this, right? You're not going to read it,
I'm not reading the whole thing. I just want to...
I was going to say, I read it. It's pretty long.
Yep.
And if I actually read it, it's fucking interesting. I don't read stuff. Hence Paulie answering most emails. Like, I do Instagram. Y'all want to talk to me? Go to Instagram. I'm most of the time the person you talk to because it's short snippets of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, so I got an article that says, female police officer credits Jiu Jitsu and Krav Maga training for surviving a fight with a dangerous suspect. On Friday, West Virginia law enforcement officer Kristen Richmond was involved in an altercation with a student at Bethany College while responding to a call that soon turned dangerous. It goes on to say that she's a 3-stripe white belt. So most people that listen to the show understands what a 3-stripe white belt is.
Yes.
You know some stuff.
Yeah, you can hold your own.
But you're a very beginner.
Yes.
Like you've been doing
extreme
it, beginner.
Yep.
You've been doing it like 6 months, a year, and you're getting destroyed by blue belts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even baby blue belts. Like you're getting the hang of it. You're doing some right stuff. You can land some moves, but you're not good at jiu-jitsu.
If you're asked to get inside control, you
Right.
get inside control. Go to north-south. You can go to north-south.
Right.
You know those transitions, those type of things. Yep.
And you've got some rolling time in, but you're not good.
And you've been obliterated. That's a big part of it.
Exactly.
You've been completely obliterated many times by this time.
Yep.
By the time you're 3-stripe.
You're used to rolling by this point. You're
Correct.
just not good at rolling yet.
Against others that are trying to do the same shit you're doing.
Right. But you're way better than the person that just walks in through the door.
Fuck yeah.
So this lady who's a 3-stripe white belt gets in an altercation with a giant of an athlete of a college student that was on some shit.
On drugs.
Yeah.
Like hardcore.
And it was the fight of her life. I mean, it was biting, kicking, punching, screaming. She released her dog on this dude.
No, her partner did.
Her partner. I thought it was her.
Oh, not her partner, but a guy. I don't think it was hers. I think somebody that came up on the situation.
No, I think it was her because
was it her dog?
It was her and her dog.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah,
she
you're
was
right.
waiting
You're
for
right.
her
You're right.
partner,
You're right. I was wrong.
Yep. So she released her dog on homeboy, and
he didn't give a shit.
The dog was fucking him up, and he gave zero cares.
Because that's the biggest part of it is that he's literally a big person, and mostly he's on drugs.
Yeah.
Like I've seen cops, I've seen live PD where it's those people that are on whatever the fuck that is, and they get tased, and they're like, "Don't give a fuck."
This does nothing.
Way to tase me, bro! I'm gonna kill you.
So yeah, you got a small young lady, and then you have a 6 foot tall, 185 pound athletic male on some shit.
Yes.
And yeah, she got her ass kicked. But guess what?
Guess who else got their ass kicked?
Yeah, he got his ass kicked as well, and she survived that fight.
That's amazing. And she got most of the time she got was able to get one of his hands into a cuff, correct? And then was able to hold on to that cuff.
Yeah.
The whole fucking for most of the damn thing until it was like 10 minutes. Wasn't it?
Yeah, she was fighting this dude for a long damn time.
And it's different. Like cops for them they don't have, like she said she was so close in the situation. She wasn't, but the situation was so close to using deadly force.
Well, he was going for a gun, too.
Yeah. And she's like, I could have looking back, I could have used deadly force if I needed to. She didn't. She just kept taking care of her shit. Unbelievable.
Yep.
And what's your favorite part about that?
As far as what?
What she said about training and how that affected that situation.
That she would have been dead without it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like she knows that if she didn't have that training, it would have been game over for her. Like she would not have been able to hold that man off and defend herself without that jiu-jitsu training, without that Krav Maga training.
Yeah, and that she had been beating the crap out of every week.
Yeah.
Like so she was used to it.
Yep.
She's like, I train. I was used to getting the crap beat out of me week after week.
Yep. And yeah, we think that is a phenomenal point for why you should do this on your own. Also a point for why you should get your kids involved in this.
Mm-hmm.
Police officers, they run towards danger, so they should 100% definitely take extracurricular jiu-jitsu and MMA training. That being said, your kids are going off to college. They're starting jobs. They're more likely to be in party situations where people are on this kind of shit. So they're not throwing themselves at these things, but sometimes you just don't have a choice.
Bad things happen.
Bad things happen to good people. I know a story personally that just happened where a really, really bad thing happened to my wife's friend's sister. She got on one of those Tinder dates, and it turned out
really, Paul?
Really poor.
Really?
Yeah, my phone went off.
You're in this poignant thing, and your freaking text message goes off.
I would have been fine, but you had to go ahead and point it out.
Yeah, because I'm going to point it out to you. Remember to turn your fucking ringer off.
Never. All
right, go ahead with your poignant question.
But anyway.
Answer?
So
whatever.
So she was online dating this guy and then met up with him, and it turned out as bad as you could possibly imagine.
It's unreal.
And she didn't have any course of fighting back. She could do nothing except scream, and that didn't do any good. That's why everybody should.
It shakes me up. You told me that story before the show, and it still shakes me up. I just can't even fathom that happening to someone.
This isn't that kind of show where I want to get into really dark stuff.
No.
We tend to keep it later. But this is pertinent to what we're trying to get at is sign your kids up for jiu-jitsu, especially if you have little girls. They need this in their life.
Because guys are stupid and creepy.
Yeah. A lot of them.
Guys suck.
They do.
They really do.
Not all of them, but enough. Certainly enough.
There's enough of them. There's a lot of them. I've met a lot of them.
Yeah.
And fuck. No, I couldn't imagine not having my girls in it. It gives me just that little semblance of comfort when they keep getting older, that they end up in a bad situation, they'll at least be able to defend themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
And the nice thing when they're kids and you bring them up in the sport, in this lifestyle, is they're having fun with it. You know what I mean? It becomes part of them, and by the time they're old enough and solid enough, I guess, to really use it, they'll have all the skills they need.
And it's second nature at that point.
Exactly, and that's part of it. It's second nature because they've had their ass kicked enough times where they're like, this is just what I do.
Yep.
This isn't scary. I'm not going to freak out.
Yep.
It's just,
Just like she said, she was what the police officer said. I was used to getting my ass kicked.
Yeah.
So when the fight started, she's been in that fight. Yes, it may be with friends and people, training partners. It still gives you a better edge of reacting in a self-defensive way rather than I'm in shock, I can't do shit way.
Right. That's the thing. So if you've never been punched in the face, the first time you get punched in the face,
fuck, it sucks.
Dude, your body goes,
not cool.
What the fuck was that?
I don't want that to happen again.
Yeah. It's funny because you'll see that in UFC. Like, you got some people that just punch way harder than everybody else, and you'll see a UFC fighter that's used to getting hit in the head go, What the fuck was that? So, and that's upper echelon. So if you're just the average guy / gal, and the first time you get hit in the face is your first street fight, you're probably gonna lose.
It fucking hurts.
Yeah, your body
so much.
Yeah, your body just shuts down.
It does.
But if you're used to contact, then you'll
react better.
Yeah, way better
for sure. You okay over there?
Oh yeah, I'm a little coffee tonight.
You okay, Cuppy?
A little coffee.
Coffee. I'm coughing today. I'm coughing over you.
Yeah. So, another article that popped up that's related to this was wrestling with your daughter is good for her and good for you. And it's a little bit long. I'll kind of skip over. I'll synopsize. Let's see what I want to get.
It's going well.
This lady likes MMA. She was confessing that I like that. It's don't get me wrong, I was already familiar with boxing, so the idea of watching a couple of guys punch the heck out of each other until one of them fell over with all the grace of a kangaroo that had just been hit by a tranquilizer wasn't foreign. All right. Going on to talk about MMA and watching it.
Yes.
So she goes on to say, a couple of years ago, a bunch of knowledgeable blokes, and Sheila's, I think she might be from Australia, I don't know, wrote a scientific paper about its role in animal communication and development. Unfortunately, as they are academics and don't know how to write so normal people can understand them, it's boring and harder to read than a mannequin at a poker table. That was actually witty. But
that was witty.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't hate it. But the take-home message was, rough and tumble play helps animals understand their place in society, regulate their emotions, and develop and evolve the way they communicate. The good news is that, in general, what works for animals also works for us. This is hardly surprising since we evolved from apes. Yeah, You'll notice that
your reactions are great to.
Well,
yeah.
So I'm trying to come up with my next thought. So, if you get puppies, what do? They play fight. If you get cats, they play fight. If you see monkeys in the wild, everybody play fights. And then you get to us, and we all of a sudden don't want to do that. Where we think we're above it. Like, I know a lot of people that don't wrestle their kids. They just don't.
Really?
Oh, dude, it's surprising how many people will not do that. I have friends of mine that their kids love me because I will get down. I will throw down with their kids.
For sure.
And they're like, yeah, their dad don't do it. I'm like, why the hell not?
It's super fun.
Yeah, you just won't.
Even if you don't do jiu-jitsu, which you should, everyone should. If you're listening to your show and you don't do jiu-jitsu, stop listening.
Yeah, you're banned.
Or start doing jiu-jitsu. It's your two fucking options.
Tell your friends that do jiu-jitsu to listen to the show.
Yeah.
Option 3?
Yeah, option 3.
We'll
just everyone listen.
Yeah. All right, there's a whole bunch of things that determine how we interact and behave with our kids, and the impulse to grab them and wrestle around and get all primal is completely normal. Even better, it's good for them and you in a number of levels. Here they are. Bonding. That's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to go on with the paragraphs and paragraphs you wrote about that. But yeah, it's good to just do stuff with your kids, right?
Yeah.
Especially as father. Well, as a father, I work. I'm the guy that works a lot, so I don't spend a lot of time with my kids. So this is one thing that we can do together where we can bond. Like, I can show my kids stuff and we can wrestle.
It doesn't have to be planned. It doesn't have to be long.
Right.
You don't have to have a long time period open for doing it.
Yep. I use it for bargaining chips too. Like, if they want to do something, like, regardless of whether or not I'm going to do it anyway, I'll be like, all right, if you can tap me out, then we'll go do that thing you want to do.
You were doing it anyways.
Yeah. And they're like, really? I'm like, oh yeah, it's on. So yeah, we'll slap, bump, and roll, and yeah, we'll get after it. And sometimes I let them win. Sometimes they just win because they're better than me, but whatever.
Sometimes they just choke me. Whatever. You guys want to get all like pushy about it.
It goes on to say, think about it to them. You are the huge alpha male with a loud voice, physically imposing, scary as all shit. When you lose your temper, even if compared to most, you are smaller of stature in the eyes of a child. You are a dominant authoritarian. When you decide to get down to their level and wrestle around a little on the floor, you're inviting them into your world, a world where they can mix it up with the big boss. And that's the gateway into a world of self-confidence. Next one is impulse control. A lot of kids need this.
Yes.
Hell, a lot of adults need this.
Agreed.
But it starts with kids, right? So if you can, if you can
snip it in the bud down there, younger.
Exactly.
Goes away as an adult.
Yep. The key to rough and tumble play is to know when to stop. If you need advice of when, just ask your wife. She will indicate when enough is enough.
She's turning blue.
Yeah.
She's turning blue.
Yeah. Why are you killing your dad? He's tapped out. Kid's like, I don't care.
I don't care. It's fine.
Yeah. No, he doesn't have it coming, Mom.
I'm the man of the house now.
Yep. Yeah, right? If you accidentally hurt your child, you'll know about it, and you'll bust out some hugs and make stupid actions or voices to change the crying from a deafening roar to a raucous laugh, or at best a dull sob. Yep. Just as importantly, they will learn to stop when they accidentally hurt you while you're playing. This is unless you are raising absolute savages. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. In that case, tuck and cover because they will take their chances when they can. Generally, nothing says game over louder than Dad cradling his recently stomped on balls and calling a halt to the proceedings. This sort of lesson is key for kids to learn impulse control and empathy for others. That is not how I want my kids to learn empathy.
Yeah, no. Not by stomping my balls.
I'm not saying she doesn't have a point. I'm just saying I don't like it.
No, neither do I.
Don't like that point.
Don't want that to happen.
Some form of ethics. Off the back of the previous point, you being the alpha in the situation, who could clearly put your toddler through a wall with a flick of the wrist, carries a lot of weight. But with you holding back the obvious strength you have, you'll be teaching your child that being physically dominant should take a back seat to making sure that everyone is having fun.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Body fitness. Self-explanatory.
I was going to say, go ahead and move past that.
It's good for your kids. It keeps them in shape. It's better than playing video games with them, right? I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying do this too. It's some form of exercise, and it's awesome.
Video games are, like, I love video games. I
love
playing them.
Yeah.
They kill a childhood if you let it.
If you let it, yeah.
Yeah, no. Take that shit away occasionally. Guess what? Kids love, you want to know what they love? Fucking structure.
Yeah.
They really do. I have proof. My ex, her daughter, that comes over, and we have her over a lot, loves that we make her do chores to get to do things that they want to do. That I say, no more TV time, no more phone. She has said this to me and my wife multiple times. Kids love that. They want to know what they can and can't do.
Right.
What they can do is roll around and have fun. Can't do is play video games all fucking time.
Precisely.
They turn into somebody that starts posting and saying, "Watch me." Personal jab.
Yeah. You know who you are. You know who you are.
Come back to class.
The long and short of it. The short version is playing Barbie and Ken with your daughter is good, but can get boring for both of you. Pretending you're the Undertaker and choke slamming her through the glass coffee table is a profoundly bad idea and may generate some unwanted attention. Or it's just fun, whatever. There's a middle ground.
It's called theatrics. Come on.
Yeah. You got to ruin a coffee table tour, you're just not trying. There's a middle ground in there somewhere which can help teach your daughter some really valuable life lessons while you both have an enormous amount of fun. But remember, just like those awkward dates you had as a teenager, when either one of you makes it clear that it's time for the shenanigans to stop, it's really, really time to stop. That's a good point.
Yes.
So, yeah, that the last point was my favorite. You're teaching your daughter impulse control, and you're teaching your daughter how to defend herself. So when she's on a date and it's not going the way she wants, or they're being obtuse, they're being too forceful, she can, with authority, say, fucking stop it.
Yeah.
And mean it. And
with something behind it.
With more recourse than I'm going to scream.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't work.
Mm-mm.
So
they're probably doing it in a space that they know that you could scream. Doesn't mean it's not going to stop anything.
Right.
No one's going to hear you scream. Oh, it's chilling when you think about it. That sense. Yeah. Let's move on from that statement.
God. Long and short of it is wrestle with your kids, have fun. Sign them up for jiu-jitsu, have them show you what they learned in jiu-jitsu, and make it a blast for them.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah, when you do it, exactly. Somebody's going to get hurt, somebody's going to go a little too far, know when to stop, and it's just all good life lessons for them.
Yeah, I hug Sydney constantly with an arm-in triangle.
Yeah.
Literally. She thinks it's hilarious. She does occasionally ask for a real hug. I do that.
Yeah.
I do oblige. Not very often.
Real hug? I don't even know how to do that anymore.
Can I Kimura you while I'm hugging you?
Can I get double underhooks? Can you at least give me that? No,
so,
Dad.
Here's a real quick tangent. If one of your jiu-jitsu friends lets you get double underhooks for a hug, it's a true friend right there.
Yeah, that's
that
trust.
Is true friendship to
Deep
give you
trust.
double underhooks for a hug.
Yeah, you should count yourself lucky if you don't get slammed on your head.
Yeah, because, you better trust because they got you.
Yeah.
Me and Paul, it's always the X hug.
Yeah.
It's the X hug.
We're not doing the doubles.
We don't trust that shit.
No, absolutely not.
It's like you go under, I'm fucking dumping you.
I don't like to turn my back to you because I'm afraid of the choke.
You should be.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, look, is that Paul's back?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm already on Paul's back. This is weird.
That's funny. One of my fun games with my kids is I'll try to sneak up on them and wrap up the choke real quick. And I think I've caught Caden maybe one time.
Dude, she's quick.
Really good at tucking that chin.
Yep.
Yeah,
straight down.
And they think it's hilarious that Dad's just not quick enough.
Yeah, I tried to choke Addie today, and this sounds so great. And shit, bad parent. And she literally tucked her chin so quick. And she goes, "Can't do it. I tucked my chin." And just ignored me. She kept talking while having her chin tucked.
If I was a spazzy white belt still, I'd just face choke you.
Yeah, I'll just keep squeezing until it got really uncomfortable.
Take that.
Suck it.
Oh, fun. But yeah, that's...
I like that. That was a good point.
Yeah.
Pertain to us being fathers or something.
Yeah, that's our show for today. But you wanted to bring up something?
That's our show for that. Did we had nothing else?
No, you did.
I do.
You did.
I do.
Just bring it up, buddy. It's a big deal.
All right, so... Last night was a big, big deal for the Dice family and our jiu-jitsu family. My wife was awarded 2 stripes last night to become the next person that's going to be testing at Black Line Jiu-Jitsu.
Yay!
Super proud of her. She works really hard. I've said it before. She attends more classes than I could ever hope to.
Yeah. She doubles our output.
Yeah,
Input, both, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. Overall intellect, yes.
Yeah.
beast mode. Yes. And she's been dedicated to it. I'd like to give myself credit.
Of course you would.
For nothing, because she ignores me and never rolls with me and never takes my advice. So good on her.
Yep.
She's gotten great.
That's why she's
having me as her husband.
Why she's getting better. She's avoiding you.
Avoids me. Doesn't listen. Perfect. It's smart thinking. So I'm just really proud of her. She did great. Thank you to all the coaches: Chad, Morgan, Ben, Justin, because she goes to the cardio class and no-gi once a week at least, which is Justin's class. Yeah, what's that? And really big shout out to Jesse the Body. He got to his first chance to give out stripes, approved by Chad, of course, were to my wife last night. And he has a really big interest in my wife. It's like his own little pet project is my wife.
Nice.
And has been for a while. He sees a lot in her, and he really puts a lot of time and heart into her. That little dude was getting freaking choked up.
That was a big deal, dude, for both of them.
For both of them, and I'm proud of both of them. They both did awesome. I know this is a little overly serious, for me especially.
This is one of those weird shows today.
Yeah, it is. I like it, though. It's fun.
Yeah.
And this is our vacation show, because...
Yeah, you're gone after.
I will be gone. I have one more day here, and then I will
be outie.
Outie 5,000. I will be in Tennessee with the fams, and y'all can miss me. You won't, because you won't know I'm gone.
I'll keep the pool warm.
You better.
Yeah, I got to keep it from getting all stagnated.
Yeah, you got to make it good.
Yep.
You keep that pool good.
I mean, I probably won't.
Oh, your kids are feeding my cats.
Oh, perfect.
Nice. But yeah, just real proud of him, and she'll be a blue belt soon-ish. Yeah.
I like it. But yeah, congratulations, Jen.
Yeah.
You're our hero.
Yeah, she's awesome, dude. Well deserved. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sleepy?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he was sleepy 2 hours ago.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, you're getting sleepy.
You're like, you're not paying attention. I'm trying.
I'm trying. Tired.
Trying.
Son of a bitch.
Mel tried to get me to do a no-gi class. She texted me. I'm like,
that's so adorable.
I'm not doing that. She's like, but it's so much fun. It's way faster paced. I'm like, that's why I don't do it. Like,
yeah.
I need to grab stuff to slow you down.
And methodical.
Yeah.
That's where my old ass is at.
Yeah, she's.
That's a good question. Why is it so many no-gi guys for the most seem to be more likely to come over to our side, to gi side? There's so many guys that are gi side that are like, fuck, I ain't doing that for no-gi. So I don't know why.
Interestingly, I started out in no-gi, but it was like I was learning from a zero-stripe white belt that did it for a year.
Yeah.
And I refused to put on a gi because I thought it looked stupid, and I thought it was worthless.
Yes.
And then once I put on the gi, I never looked back. I'm like, oh, this is way more fun to me.
Yeah, see, same here.
Yeah.
I don't have any... We talk a lot of shit. I have absolutely nothing against no-gi at all.
I like to watch it.
It's amazing.
I just don't want to do
the
it.
Grit, and I understand how it would tighten up so much of gi stuff. I could see that. It's just not what I want to do.
Yeah.
I really don't. We've done a little no-gi stuff in our class. I just don't like it. And I'm sure if I did it more, probably... No, I don't like it.
No, we would both enjoy it if we
would.
Like, we would. If we didn't have jobs that took up a lot of time and families. And stuff,
I go out of my way to let Jen have that time. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, so that's her day to go without me. Right. She always like, you should come. I'm like, you know what though? That's your group. I don't know any of those guys. Just go.
I simply don't want to do their warm up.
Fuck no. Good Lord. She's like,
I will be
see
that guy
it written on the board, and I'm like,
yeah, I can't do that.
The fuck is that? A month's worth of work? Oh, that's one class?
Yeah,
yeah, not doing that. Nope.
We would get our heel hook game up to par though if we did the no-gi.
Fuck yeah, you would. Yeah. They work on that a lot.
Yeah.
Justin works on that a ton.
So I should probably. I got to work with Justin on the leg
yeah,
stuff.
But we got to convince him to do it non.
Yeah, like on an open mat.
Yeah, perfect.
But we're not doing warm ups. Like, just grab my feet and show me what to do.
Yeah, but yes, we have talked shit about no-gi. That's mostly just in jest.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. I love to watch it, and I think it's great.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I have no desire to do it myself.
It's almost a little more... It's a lot of fun to watch because you don't lose a lot of the nuances like you do in a gi and competition stuff, because the gi gets in the way. So many times people get choked when I'm watching competitions. I'm like, fuck, what happened?
Right.
What happened?
He choked him with his own clothes. I don't understand.
Yeah. What happened? But in no-gi, you fucking see where that choke came from. For 90% of the time, you're like, yep, that's what just happened. Pretty cool. Yeah. Very cool. So, and I could see it tightening up your game. No.
Yeah, exactly. No. Yeah, still no.
No. Like
good try, though.
I'm just going to hug and
good
sleep
try,
with my gi.
Right. I want to collect more of them.
Oh, yes. Hey,
huh?
I got a request.
You do?
Yeah, it popped in my head on the way home. So, Paulie and I have a compound now.
We do.
Some would call it neighbors.
No, it's
we
compound.
call it a fucking compound.
We're going to dig a tunnel.
Yes. It's going to be fucking epic. We need a sign. And we figure... Right. We figure if someone sent us a sign for Grappling Dads Compound, the wives can't say no, right?
They already said
we have
no.
A shared center, like fucking landscaping in the front that's just begging for a front-lit sign.
They already said no. But if somebody made the sign and put
how are they going to say no?
If somebody goes out of their way and puts the time and effort and dedication, if you will, into making a sign that we can just stake right in between our properties, they'd have to deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, how can you say no?
You can't say no.
One of our listeners did it.
I know, and they love us.
Yes. The wives or the listeners? I think the listeners love us more.
Yeah. The wives put up with us.
Yes.
Deal with it, if you will.
Yeah, there's a ring, they're stuck, whatever. But seriously, people, I know there's some talented people out there. It ain't us.
No.
So just by sheer freaking numbers and percentages, y'all should be good at this.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's got to happen.
Yeah. So I figured this was our loophole. I fucking need a loophole.
Right.
I want a sign.
Curler Gracie needs a roof done. So if you're in the Elkhart, Indiana.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. Elkhart, Indiana area. You do roofs. You have a good price. Hey, go down there.
Reach out.
Yeah. Maybe join Jiu Jitsu. Get a roof job while you're doing it.
A roof job? Was that sexual?
That's a roof job. Yeah.
No.
What's wrong with you?
How do you say that?
Get a job doing a roof? Like,
there you go.
How many syllables do you need for this?
I don't know. It seemed really, really off.
Get a roofing job? Is that better?
It sounds like a rim job.
Ooh.
Doesn't it?
I mean, sure.
A little bit.
Not really. Not even a little bit. And I'm gross.
Oh, we need to stop.
All right. One more thing. Thanks for the emails. Thank you for the all the input. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it makes our day, dude.
The reviews are great. Our listeners are awesome. We appreciate each and every one of you. Keep leaving the reviews. Keep listening. Tell your grandma to put it on their phone.
Why do you always pick the grandma? I want someone that wants to listen to our content.
The grandmas would love us.
They would not. Your mom gets mad at us. Yeah. She's a grandma. Well, she gets mad at us.
All right, point taken. Girlfriends.
There we go.
Husbands.
There we go. And if your gym doesn't listen to us, why the fuck not?
Yeah, get them on board. They should listen to us while you're training.
Yeah, this should be like...
We can talk over your coach.
Our show should be part of everyone's fucking curriculum. And
the coaches all around the world are shaking. They're like, no. You're
going to fuck everyone up.
No, don't do that.
Oh, I love us. We're great.
Yeah, we think we're funny.
I just can't believe other people think we're great.
Yeah, like 3 people do.
Why do you do that? Why do you minimize what we do here?
It's funny.
No, it's not.
You don't think it's funny. And because you don't think it's funny, I think it's hilarious.
So, you're an asshat.
I did send you that thing about the average downloads per show and then what we're getting.
We're twice as good as 90% of the people on there. Yeah. Okay, not 90, 80.
80, yeah. We're in the top 20% of downloads across all forums.
Yeah, so fuck you, Paul.
And I'm like, wow, that's actually really good.
Yeah, and then you're like, this is good. We still suck. What the fuck, man? What are you doing?
We still have a couple of jiu-jitsu podcasts to take over. Ryan Ford, we're coming for you, buddy. Stop being so good.
I know. I was going to say, he gets really good guests. So
can you just start fucking up a little bit, let us catch up a little, stop doing it for a year.
Oh.
Give us a fighting chance.
Just Just say, go listen to Grappling Dads for a minute.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we talk about you on our show. Just tell them to stop listening to me for like a year. You know, all of them go over to
No
Grappling
big deal.
Dads. Yeah.
I can't
You'll
feed
be
my wife.
fine.
It's fine. Oh, wait. We have one other thing. We keep saying, oh, wait. We got a message from our favorite email. Our favorite international emailer.
Go ahead.
No, I don't want to read the whole thing.
Oh.
I just want to read the end. Because she's kind of like, yeah, I don't write you because I have a life and I got a lot to do.
Yeah, yada,
Blah,
yada.
blah, blah. Well, she closes on, I listen every week and can't help but play air guitar to our intro. Boom. Loved it.
Yes.
And I only brought that up because she just said thanks to the video you sent her.
Aw.
You're so thoughtful with
You're
certain
welcome.
people. Look at you go.
I'm going to get yelled at by Croiler for sending
Fuck
a
yeah,
video.
you are.
Shit. What did you throw?
Get him,
me under the
Croiler.
bus?
He sent a video
Why?
to a white belt.
fucking helpful, asshat.
I was screwing with Croiler actually yesterday or today. I'm like, hey,
Don't we?
Hey, I just watched an awesome YouTube video on Jiu Jitsu, and he writes back like, fuck you. I'm like, dude, you can't deny how awesome this was. And he's like, still fuck you.
Yeah.
So I sent him the video of his cousins teaching him.
Here's Henner.
I'm like, deny it now.
Yeah, say it's shit now, huh? What? That's family, son.
Like, this really helped my game. Can't even tell me it didn't now.
Oh, are you going on Saturday?
No, I
Oh
actually
yeah,
go
you
work
can't.
function.
Yeah, you got a work function
Yeah,
thing, and I'll be in Tennessee.
Butt hurt.
Yeah, dude, I think he's gonna disown me very rapidly.
Yeah, you're dead to him.
He
dead.
asked again. He's like, "So you gonna be there on Saturday?" No. Again, no.
Yeah, I'm not sure when my work function ends. I hope that it ends early enough and they're there late enough where I can at least go and say hi. I really, really hope that.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's going to be a thing, though.
Yeah, I'll be halfway to Tennessee.
Enjoy.
I'm depressed.
Yeah, damn it, I'm on vacation.
Damn it. Anyway.
It's all your fault.
All right, everybody.
Deuces. Bye. Toodles. Adios. Hit the button, Kip.
Adios? What's adios?
Hit the button. Christ.
Bye.